Everybody tells you to buy a home, but what most people don't tell you is what to do before you actually go out and purchase. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what to do and exactly how to get prepared so that when you're ready to buy a home, you can feel fully prepared, go out with confidence, and make sure you're not overextending yourself before you go out and make the biggest purchase of your life. Hi, I'm Robert O'Keefe. I'm the owner of ROK Real Estate. We're an advanced planning real estate company. So what that means is we help people prepare in advance for moves. We look forward to hearing from you, consulting with you. Sometimes when people reach out to us, we tell them it's not the right time to buy. Believe it or not, you're not going to hear that from any other real estate broker. And in this video in particular, we're going to give you kind of a checklist we have to make sure you're prepared ahead of time before you start buying a house. We're going to give you the 5.5 ways to make sure you're safeguarding yourself and buying smart. The first is the foundation, creating a realistic budget. There's many great apps for doing this, Mint, Dave Ramsey. I personally use a spreadsheet for mine. But create a realistic budget so you know exactly what you're spending on a month-to-month basis. A pro tip is to track your expenses weekly so you know what exactly is going in and going out. And it's much easier to do so on a weekly basis and then track your expenses by the month as well. Tracking your expenses and your budget is basically the foundation of the system. This way you know exactly what kind of monthly payment you would be comfortable with when you purchase a home. The second is get disability insurance. If you're disabled and can't work, it's going to be a very tough road. So it's very important to budget for this beforehand before looking for a home. Kind of like playing defense. You definitely want to make sure you're safeguarded in case, God forbid, a serious accident occurred, an illness, where you're disabled and you can't work. If you can't really live in your home and enjoy it, and you can't support yourself, it's going to be very tough to move forward with a home purchase. So we definitely recommend looking into a strong disability policy to protect yourself. Just kind of playing a little defense first before you go on offense. The next is secure term insurance. I was reading an article many years ago about this big mansion that was abandoned kind of midway through construction. And pretty much what happened was the people that were building this mansion tragically passed away in a plane crash. They had no life insurance, so their heirs had to basically sell the home. They couldn't finish construction. This is kind of a good example of someone that was just kind of putting the cart before the horse, kind of building up their dream home, but not taking care of the basics and the defense. Term insurance is relatively inexpensive and super cheap and super valuable. Nobody likes to buy it, but it's just something you need in case, God forbid, something happens. Again, more or less going with the principle of playing defense first, making sure your house is aligned before you go out and buy the house. The fourth is build an emergency fund. You don't want to drain your bank account putting down the down payment and closing costs. Closing costs range on average from 3 to 3.5% of the sale price, so you definitely want to budget for those. But more importantly, you want to make sure you have a strong emergency fund, at least 3 to 6 months of living expenses before you go out and shopping for a home. So if you don't have it just yet, it's a great time to save up, continue to keep saving up. You don't want to just bankrupt and drain your whole bank account when buying a property. The fifth is to start a savings and investment plan. There's many different pieces of advice all over the internet. We're not giving official financial advice here. Many recommend saving 10% of your income and investing 10%. Figure out which investment plan works for you. You definitely want to be putting money aside on a monthly basis, whether that's saving and also investing for retirement. So consult with a financial advisor, consult with someone that's qualified, and make sure that you have a savings and investing plan in place and that your down payment doesn't interfere with putting money away for a rainy day. And number 5.5 is look at all your money and everything holistically. The house is a very important asset. You're going to see your net worth skyrocket over time just by buying right and buying smart. But you definitely want to look at all your finances holistically, your insurance, your savings, your monthly budget, your monthly payment on your house. Just look at everything holistically and just make sure that you're making the right decisions before you go out shopping for a home. We're always available to help. We look forward to consulting with you and answering all your questions. Feel free to reach out to us anytime, send a direct message. We can start helping you plan this the right way and just make sure everything is buttoned up before you go start shopping for a home. Make it a great day. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.